Basic, first things first, create database. Create database, Lab5 SPR2023. Let's call it 23, so I can delete them all together. Use Lab5 SPR23. Okay, run those. Run the entire this. Okay, some of you, I made a big mistake with this create table statements. Who knows that? Who knows the big mistake I made? Where are my, there is a foreign key. Then why would it allow to insert again and again and again? I thought I don't have a foreign key. I have a foreign key. Anyways, let's forget that. Okay, using join. Okay, before we start, let's quickly do join. Okay, this is self join and this is just join. Okay, so we have names, age, name is Asma, I am 18, name is Ali, this guy is 45, name is Sarah, she's 10 I think, name is Sayed, you are 22. Okay, then I have another one right here, and this one has gender. Okay, the gender would be female, male, female. What happened? Male, female, male, male. Okay, let's see how joins work. Okay, so this is one table. Let's give it a nice border. This is another table. Okay, this is, let's call this table something. We call this table merge and center. We call it n age. Okay, and we call this one n gender. Okay, that's our table name. Okay, very basic question. Oh, sorry, I should have done something different. This one we call it Zahra, and this one we call it Hassan. Okay, so I ask you to give me all the names that exist in the age table, age TBL, and gender TBL. Okay, give me all the names that exist in the age table and the gender table. How do you do it manually? So the question is here, give me all the names in age table and gender table. Can I do this and say everything is 14 for once and then leave me alone? Yeah. How do we do this? We come to this guy or girl or whatever. I check the name. I say Asma. Do I have Asma here? Let's write it here. Okay. Asma. Yeah. I put the age 18. I say, do I have Asma in the second table? Yes, Asma. What's the gender? F. Okay, then I go to the next one, Ali. Do I have, okay, what's the age? 45. Do I have Ali in this table? Yes, I put Ali. What's the gender? Male. Then I come here and I say, Sarah. What's the age of Sarah? 10. Do I have Sarah here? No. Then I'll put this red means remove it. Okay. Red means remove. Remove. Okay. Then what happens? Then I go to Sayed. Sayed. You're 22. Do I have Sayed here? No. Remove. Okay. Do I stop? No, because there are other names here, no? Then I go to Zahra. She's female. Do I have Zahra here? No. Remove. Hassan. Okay. Do I have Hassan here? No. Remove. So what do I get? This becomes my output. Only and only this. No? Asma and Ali. Right? This is called join. When you do a normal join, this is what happens. And what is the query for that? Is this, no? Let's merge, okay. Sorry, this one. So if I want to write it as a query, it would be select. I'm gonna use aliases, age, tbl dot name, or just select a dot name, okay, from age tbl a comma gender tbl g. Where you remember this, no? I'm skipping this, okay? A dot names equal G dot names. Okay, inner join does the same thing. So what inner join do? Inner join does the exact same thing. Insert. How do we convert this into an inner join? Very easy. We say select, everything is the same, okay? Instead of the comma here, I use the keyword join. So what I'm doing is I'm saying join this table with this table, okay? When I have the condition, instead of having where, I have on. Okay, this is called this is called inner join. Okay, inner join means only show me when there is a matching record, and it's very similar to writing a where condition where we say this one is equal to that one. We clear on the inner join? Okay, let's move to the next one. So this is inner join. Okay, so let's I call this inner join because I want you guys to know what's happening later. I need to do it this way. Okay, now what is left join or outer join? Okay, so we call this outer join. It could be left or right, it doesn't matter. Okay, what happens if I tell you show me, yeah, so here, show me the age, the gender of all names in age TBL along with their age. Okay, so I want their age and if it's female or male. Okay, Control X. How do we do that? We say, okay, let's look at the age table. Name is Asma. Age is 18. Do I find it in the second table? So this is, I'm reading on the left table, right? This is the table on the left, no? So Asma, age is 18. Now to find the gender, I have to come to this table and say, do I find Asma? Yes. What's the gender? Female. Asma and female. Now we do the same thing again. Ali and 45. So Ali, 45. Do I find it there? Yes, Ali, and it's male. Then I go Sarah and 10. Sarah and 10. Then I look at this table and I say, is there a Sarah? I do not have anything that says this guy is Sarah. There is no Sarah. So here I would put empty, means I could not find Sarah. Okay. Let's do something very quick. Let's call this HTBL, and let's call this gender TBL. Okay, so this one's I'm reading from here. This one I'm reading from here. So since I still need the age, I would just say I could not find any information in the gender table. Okay, then I go to the next one, which is Sayed. How old is he? 22. Do I find any information in the other table about his gender? No. This is null. This is null. Okay. Since I said I want the gender, the age and gender of the people in the age table, means I'm only concerned about this table, age table. I'm not concerned about the things that are in the gender table unless if it's a match. Okay. So what does it mean? Did I remove anything here because I could not find it? No, I didn't remove it. I just put null as a value. That means I did not find information. This is called left outer join, insert. And if I want to write a query for this, would be select a dot star comma g dot star from age TBL left join, because I'm reading the table on the left first. Yeah, the table on the left is this one, age TBL. No, left join gender TBL. Okay, what do I follow it with? On the joining condition. No, this we call it A, and this we call it G, and then we say on. Why it's not coming? I'm going to type it here, on A dot names equal G dot names. So what happens is it knows that I need to check the names. This is exactly what we did. We compared only the names here and the names there, right? So I'm comparing the names here and the names there. Yeah. If I find it, if I find the information on the other table, I will list it. If I do not find any information, I will just put an empty cell there. Okay. It's left join because the table that goes on the left side of the keyword join. So if we are here, this is the keyword. No, let's make this red. What is on the left side? It's this one. And I said left join. So it takes this table, it lists everything in that table. If it finds something in the next table, it will light it. If it doesn't find it, it will just remove, make it empty. Okay. Now, if I tell you here, which names we don't know the age for, okay, the gender. How do you do that? With this one, with this query and this table, how do you tell me that some people, we don't know their gender? Now, while you do that, I'll try to remove those extra, delete, okay? How would we know that? By looking at the other table, because the age table is the main table. I do not look at the age table. I look at the other table, which I'm joining to. By looking at the other table, any column of this table, if it's null, it means I don't know the information for it. Okay, so the answer would be copy this, paste this. It would be where any column, yeah? G dot gender is null. Okay, if I do that, means show me only this one. So it comes here, this query comes here, says, is gender null? No. Is it null? No. Is it null? Yes. Then show me this guy. Then it goes to the next one. Is gender null? Yes. Then show me this guy. Now we know now there's two people. We don't know what's their gender. Okay. This is left join. If I do right join, what happens? The table on the right, everything gets listed. The table on the left will be null if there is no matching information. Let's quickly do that. Very, very, very quick, very, very quick. Okay. Copy, because I want you to understand this before we do anything. So I don't care about this for now. Yeah, I care about this. This is my table because I am saying right join. If I say right join, what is on the right of the keyword join is the gender table. What's my gender table? This one. So I go Asma. Do I find Asma here? Yes. What's the age of Asma? 18. Then I go to this one. Ali. Do I find Ali there? Yes, Ali. What's the age? 45. Then there was Zahra, I think. Do I find Zahra here? No, null. No, not there. Null, okay. And then we had Sayyid, which is male. Do I find Sayyid there? No, null, null. Okay. Can you always use left join? Yeah, just change the order, swap the table, no? If you say select a star, so if you do this, it will give you the exact same answer. Okay, so insert, copy, paste. If you say here, left join, but first mention the other table. Gender, G, and then here, age, A. Okay, this is the same thing. It's just I swap the table instead of using right join. Okay, so you have two options. This is how join works. Okay, we're clear on the joins. Now let's do something else as well, which is called group by. Group by. Okay, how does group by work? So
on cross join.
the cross join usually is not used, but what happens is it takes this, multiplies it with everything here. It takes that, multiplies it with everything here. It's a cross join, no? So basically it takes that. But we hardly, and then repeats it here, okay? And for every of those, it will write this, okay? You get the idea? And then it takes that right there. It copies again, depending on how many times we have it repeated, repeats it, and then puts the other one, okay? It's usually used for testing when verification, hardly used in queries, okay? So groups. So let's have this, let's have a student, course, and grade. Okay, a student is 123, the course is 115, the grade is 90. 123, course is 115, grade is 80. The student is 124, course is, okay, sorry, poor guy, I made him repeat the course. 123 is doing 235, and he got 80 as well. Then we have 125, he's doing 235, and he got, very good students, 100. Then we have 126, this guy is doing 115, and his grade Okay, let's fail a student, okay? Otherwise, the course is not a course without failing students. Okay, so question. How many students are taking 115? How do you know that? You go 115, count them. 1, 2, 3. What's the query for that? Select, count, doesn't matter, star, from students where course equal 115. Okay, very easy. Now, if I want to do how many are doing 235, you repeat the same thing. This is for 235. I just changed that to 235. 235. And if I have another course, let's say 127 is doing only 316, and he got 78. Then you have to repeat this again, right? You get the idea? For each subject, no? Now, if I want to get 316, okay? If I want to get how many students per subject, okay? Can I repeat this and for each subject get that? Because I do not know how many subjects are there in my database, no? It's not like you every night memorize all the data in your databases. You don't know what are the subjects, isn't it? So the first thing you need to do is to find the unique subjects, no? So how do you do that? Find unique subjects. So what is my unique subject? 115, then 235, then 316, right? Then you say Control X, sorry, Control. Let's just remove that for now. 115, 235, and 316. And you say, which rows belong to this 115 guy? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, sorry. So the student would be 1, 2, 3, she got 90. The student who are doing this course, 1, 2, 4, got 80. Who else? Then we got 1, 2, 6, and this guy got 45. Then we go to the 2, 3, 5. This is what happens at the back, okay? Then who is doing 1, 2, 3, and he got 80. Then 1, 2, 5, this guy got 100. That's very weird. It would never happen in reality, but 316 is 127, and he got 78. Okay, so first you find a unique subject, yeah, and then you find all the records that's relevant to this subject, right? This, all of them are 115. No, all of this are 235, and only this one is 127. Okay. Okay, so then if I tell you how many students are there per subject, all you need to do is go to this one, say how many rows are under? 1, 2, 3. The answer is 3. Then you go to the next unique value, highlight. How many rows are there? 1, 2, 2. Then you go to the next unique value, 316. How many are there? 1. How do you get this with a query? With a query, it's select, yeah. What is the column that I want to apply something to? Here is subject, which is course. Select course, okay, from subjects. What's happening with this statement is it's selecting all of them, no? Now, if I say group by course, what happens is this is happening. So it creates one group here. Okay, it creates one group here and it creates one group there. Okay, you see, so we have three groups now. One group for each unique value, no? For each unique value, right? Then what do you want to do? So if I only run this, yeah, the output would be 115, 235, 316. Yeah, so the output would be 115, 235, and 316. That would be the output of this query. Okay. Now, what I want to do, usually when we have a group by statement, is we want to apply some aggregate function. In this query, we want to get how many are there. So we say count. What are we counting? I don't know, it doesn't matter. A student. Count a student. Okay. So if we do this, then we get this, this, and this. I'm going to put this in red. You get this as an output, this as an output, and this as an output. Okay? This is group by. Now, if I tell you for all, okay, how many students got 50 or higher grade for each subject. Now, since we are still on each subject, let me cut this. Actually, I could do that. Okay. Since we are still on how many subjects, that means I need to copy this here. Okay. But I have some filtering. A student should be getting 50, only then I will count them. So looking at this, I should not count this one. Okay. Actually, looking at here, I should not be counting this one. Yeah, so let me just create another cancel table here. Control, I will create it here, okay? Because that's the output of this one. Insert. So the answer was 115, 3, 235, 2, and 316, 1. Okay, that's the output. Now, this 50 that I want to get rid of is, can I see it here or can I see it here? Where do I see it? In the main table, right? I need to go to the main table, to each row, get rid of those. If the condition asks you to filter the rows, yeah, you put it in a where condition. That is Control X, Control Y, you say where grade greater than 50. Okay, so what happens is it will create this, but if the grade is not 50, it will not bring it here. Yeah, so it comes here, says the grade is 90, 80, 45, it's not 50. I'm not gonna copy it there. Okay, then it starts counting. So how many we got here? 2, 2, and 1. Okay, did we get the idea? So it first removes the row, then, yeah, it first removes the row and then creates the group. Now, if I tell you how many subjects have more than one student, then how do you do that? How many subjects have more than one student? By looking at the table, can I know by looking at these columns, yeah, the columns that I have, how many subjects how many students this subject has? No. But by looking at the output of a group by statement, so once I do group by, then I get the count, then I could say if it has more than 2 students or not. So if you are filtering the output of a group by statement, okay, what you need to do is you need to put your condition after group by. Okay, so you first write the group by, then you put your condition, which is what? What is this column? This is the count, no? This column is count of a student. So you say count of STU should be greater than 1. If you have a column, if you have a condition on the output of a group by statement, you put it after the group by, and then you do not use where anymore. You use having. Okay, so that's the difference between having and a where condition. A where condition, yeah, removes the row before it brings it here. Okay, having looks at the output of your group by and then filters the groups that you do not need them. Okay, you can mix and match, of course, but let's leave that out of this for now. Now, what we can do is something called subquery. How do we do subquery? Sorry, derived table. Okay, how do I explain derived table? Okay, I have 2 tables. I have age table, which is 22, 13, 15, 22, 17, 18, 15. Okay. Then I have a student table, which has, let's call this people. Okay. We have people table. I'm just trying to make a meaningful thing. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, then I have a student table 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. Okay, then this guy is 22. This guy is 17. This guy is 27. This guy is 90. That's weird, but let's just put it like that. Okay, 15. I want to know, this is the question, get me students whose age is either the oldest people age or the youngest people age. Means what? This age should be either, what is the oldest one here? 22. It should be either 22 or 15. Okay? If it's 22 and 15, I want to see them. This and this. How do we do this? With a subquery would be, let me just make this bigger. Would be, I'm gonna make this like that. Okay, so it would be select, I don't know, STU ID from a student where age is greater than max age of people, which, how do I get that? I'm just gonna write it like that. Okay, we know how to do this. I'm just gonna write a query. Select max age of people Actually, we said greater equal to, okay? Or age equal to rapid minimum age of what happened to the rest of it? Age from people who's retired, no? From people, okay? Now, what happens is I'm writing this query twice. What I could do is say, give me the maximum age. Yeah, put it here. Max, or give me a new table called people age. Okay. Or max mean age. It has two columns. One is maximum only, and one is minimum. In the maximum, I save the maximum age, which is 22. In the minimum, I save the minimum age, which is 50. This is my new table, and I will do that. Okay, I want to create this new table. How do I do that? Very easy. I would write my select statement, which is select, max age as max age, comma, mean age as mean age from people. Correct? Here, minimum age, maximum age. Let's call this max A, and let's call this mean A. Now I need to save it as this. How do I save it? I would put it in parentheses and I give it a name. Okay? So I created a table called minimum age, which is the output of this query. Now, when we write a select statement, what do we do? Select column names from table names where condition. This is a table, no? So where do I put it? In a from clause. From this, right? Comma. What's the other table I need? The student table. So student table, yeah. And where age of the student is equal to, what is the minimum age of this table? It's called max A. Max A, or age equal to, what is the minimum? I call it mean A. Mean A. Now what I need to do is write select a student, okay. Student, S name, whatever the column name is. Did you get the idea of a derived query? So a derived table is a table you create from the output of another query. So there is another query, right? And since we're creating a table, it should be listed after the from clause. And then you can treat it as any table. This is valid only for this query. I cannot come here and say, so this is another query, select mean max from max mean age. I cannot do that because this is not an actual query, an actual table. It's a derived table. It exists only for this query. Okay, outside of this query, this doesn't exist anymore. That is called derived table. Okay, now those are the concepts. Okay, let's save this. Is this going? as desktop, and then let's just put it on desktop for now. Save. Okay. Now let's solve the queries. If you understood that, we should quickly finish all this in half an hour. Okay. So using join, show the first name, last name, blah, blah. When we're talking if something is in or not in, we use left join or right join or in and not in when we're not using a query. So select full name. So that is F name, L name. You want to convert it to a single column? That's up to you. Salary. Yeah. Hourly. Is it IH rate? Salary. IH rate. Salary, IH rate, comma, specialty. From which table? It's from instructor table. This is giving you everyone, all the instructors, right? We want to get all the instructors which are not working. So how do we do that? How did we get that? Here, we use the outer join. We did a left join or right join, depending on where you put your table. And then we checked if the second table has some null values. Okay, so let's do that. So which table will tell me if this email exists or not is the schedule table. So from join schedules. Okay, should it be left or right? Since I mentioned it's on the left side, this would be a left join schedules. How do I join them? On. Yeah, I forgot to use nicknames. So copy paste. Instructor dot I email should be equal to deals dot I email. Okay, what do we get with this? Let's just run this. Actually, I could get it only if I add this. So we don't need this, but let's just put it there for you to see. Okay. Table instructor. Did we run this? I'm not sure. I don't remember if I did run this or not. This is the one I forgot to put the foreign key. No, I knew I forgot it somewhere. Instructor. That's why. Okay, look here. For those which this is null, means these people are not teaching. They don't have any schedule, right? But this email belongs to which one? It belongs to the schedule. So the condition would be where this or any other column in the schedule table, yeah, is null. It can be any other column. In which table? In the schedule table. So I could say schedule dot SU ID. It did not matter, okay? Because all of them would eventually be null. No, you remember here? No matter how many columns you have in the second table, it will all of them will be null. Okay, so if I run that now, I should get the people who are not assigned any courses. Okay. Total salary of instructors per gender. When I say per means group by. Okay, so I say group by gender. Easy, okay? Don't think. What do I want to get? Select the gender and how many people are there. Doesn't matter what I select, I'm gonna say star. This information is in which table? In instructor table. Okay, that's a very easy question. I gender. Why did I do this? I gender count as count. If you want to do this, that's fine too. Okay. So this is the male, female, 5, 5. Okay, next one. How many instructors are there for each country and each gender? So the group by goes like group by country, then group by gender. I do the same thing. Select country, gender. Sorry. This is I. This is I. Copy. I'm gonna do a lot of copy pasting because I'm assuming you guys know everything now. Okay. Like you can teach next lab. I can sleep from instructor just to avoid any spellings. Not there. Okay. So it tells me in UAE there are only 2 females. In KSA there is only male. In USA we have both male and female, 2 for each. In Spain we only have males. In India we only have female. Okay, that's what it means. It first groups by this and then by that. Next one, using join, show teacher's email for teachers and how many sessions they are assigned to. Okay, teacher email is I email. How many sessions assigned to is count. What are we counting? How do I know how many sessions is assigned to me? I just need to count anything here, no? The number of rows here, because if I mentioned Asma here twice, means this lady is doing 2 sessions. Then is there any more of this lady? Yeah, he's doing 3 sessions. So how do I know if somebody is doing a session? It's in the schedule table, okay? And if I count any of those, it doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna count a star. That means it doesn't matter, okay? This goes under select from this. There is no condition and I have to use join. So from instructor join, because this number of sessions is coming from the schedule table. Schedules. How do we join? How do we create a link using a join? On instructor.email .I email equal to .I email. Now, if I run this, you'll get an error, not because of that count is misspelled. You will get an error because it tells you this I email is coming from which table, because the schedule has I email, instructor has an I email. Imagine I go in the middle of the university and I say, Muhammad. 70% of the university think I'm calling them. So they will all come back to me and say, which Muhammad? No, the same thing. Instructor has email, a schedule has email, and I'm saying email, database doesn't know which email. So I need to say which one. I could say, get it from the instructor. Okay, doesn't matter. Is there anything that I'm missing?
Join on instructor, there's a space, white space, instructor.I.
That's true, but there is something else I'm missing. This doesn't answer the question. When I have some aggregate function, yeah, and one column mention, what is the first thing I need to do? That column should go in group by statement. That means count this per the email, not for all the rows, for each email. So I have to put that in a group by statement, okay? Remember, when you have pair of teachers and how many sessions, Yeah, this doesn't use per or what. But then you would know it. If you have an aggregate function followed by a column name, that column name should go in the group by statement, okay? Must go, actually. So it tells me how many they are. Now it says for those assigned more than one session. What does it mean? By looking at the table, how can I know if somebody is assigned? I cannot, no? We said if you cannot know something by looking at the rows, okay, if I look at the email here, can I know how many sessions this guy is teaching? No. If I come here, can I know by looking at those values, yeah, those column names? These column names are not telling me how many I'm teaching. So what I need to do, it means it's not a where condition. I need to look at this output and then decide. When we have something like that, we need to add having. What are we having? That this count should be greater than 1. Now you can see that it will get rid of 1. Okay, here we go. It got rid of 1. Okay. For each subject category, this is easy because it tells you for each subject category, you put group by subject category. Number of subjects offered. Okay, so I want to select this subject category and I want to get the number, means count. What am I counting? Number of subjects offered. Okay, that means count. Usually you can put a star, doesn't matter at this case. Okay, unless I'm asking you to count something uniquely, then you don't need to mention it. Okay, this is from which table? From the subject category is coming from the subject table. Subjects, yeah. You can use join or you can use any other things you want because I'm not specifying. But how would I know if it's offered or not is in the schedule table. Schedules, okay, on subjects dot SUID equal dot SUID group by this. Okay, are we done? No. What is left? For subjects offered with tuition fees less than average tuition fees. Tuition fees less than, is this tuition fee is something that I can find by looking at the columns? I don't know. Let's look. If I come to the schedule, there is nothing about tuition fees, so forget it. If I come to subject, there is something called tuition fee. If I can get an answer with an existing column, where do I put my condition? I put it in where statement, where tuition fee should be greater than. How do I get the average tuition fees? Again, I'm not gonna go into details. That's in the previous session. Select AVG tuition fees from subjects. Okay. What am I missing? Ah, the parentheses. Unknown schedules SU S.SUID, is it? Gosh. This is SUID, then this is schedules SUID. It's right, SUID. Okay, so this is the only one and it has 5 of them. I need to double check the answers, but logically it should be fine. Okay. So for each subject category, only if the tuition is more than, less than, why nobody's fixing me? Because I remember this was more rows. Okay, now it's correct, less than. Task 5, Show teacher email and number of subject they are teaching. So select I email. How do I know the subject they are teaching? Count SU ID. Okay, depending on where I'm gonna get it, I'm just gonna call it S for now. S.SUID. From those teaching, for those teaching 2 subjects or less, how can I know this? We don't know. Okay, so we skip that. Sort by, so let's do from, because I'm not sure with highest or lowest. Okay, those who do not teach any subject should be listed too. Okay, we'll do that. How do you get this? Okay, let's do the wrong way. Okay, from instructor I join schedules S on I email equal S I email. Okay. Then we have an aggregate function and a column. That means I need to use this in a group by statement. So group by this. Okay. But then it says that this number, because here it says 2 subject or less, that means this number should be less than or less than 3. Okay, let's less than equal to. Okay, if we have a condition that I need to look at the output of a group by, then decide, the condition goes under having, isn't it? Now let's do this, and then you will get the wrong answer. Okay, 2, 2, 1. It's not showing me the ones that are not teaching. How do I get them? We said when you want to make sure that all the rows in a table is covered, regardless whether you find it or not, you use either left join or right join. We want to get all the instructors, whether they are teaching or not, then this should be left join. So now I should get the zeros. Okay, easy peasy. Okay, next one. Using drive table, so how many sessions are offered for subjects with the lowest tuition fees? Use drive table to get the subject ID of subjects with the low, it's telling you what to do. Okay, how do I get the subject with the lowest fee? Select, select, what do I want exactly? Show how many sessions are offered for subjects. So SU ID from subjects where tuition fees. What was the tuition fee column? What was the tuition fee column? Come on. Order. Sorry. Subject tuition. Again, I'm going fast because we did this already, okay? Where tuition fee for the subject with the lowest tuition fee should be select minimum tuition fee from subjects. Okay. It says use the drive table to get the subject ID. So I need to save this, yeah, into my drive table. So I'm gonna call this cheap subject. Okay, cheap subjects, right? We said where does it go? It has to go in the from statement, no? Because this is now a table. And I will call this minimum fees. So this is a table. This is the column inside the table. This is exactly what we did here. Drive table. We run a query. Yeah. We got a column name, a value, and a table name. We got a column name. This will be the value inside it, and this is my table name. Okay. Sorry, not here. We want, and this will do. I'm not sure I meant to use it here or there, but it doesn't matter, okay? All right, from where? From this one. So first I need to do select something from this. And the subject, no, I need the subject table as well, because I need some information from the subject table that I cannot find here. From this, comma, subjects, yeah. Then lowest tuition fee, so that means where this, the subject ID of the subject, so subjects dot SU ID should be the subject ID of this table. I'm not sure if I'm doing what I wanted you guys to do, but if you did this, I'm happy. Okay, dot SU ID. I will look into the solution later. What do I want to select for this guy? I want to select how many session per subject. So I have the subject ID, count a star. Count a star. Just give me a second. Let me finish this, then I'll reply to you, Said. So it's your ID, count a star. I have an aggregate that applies on this. That means I need to do group by. I need to say where this coming from. So subjects dot, and then group by subjects dot SUID. Let's read the errors. Unknown column, SU tuition fees. Where is it? Where SU?
Minimum tuition as minimum fees. There's no as.
No, but there is another problem here. It says SU tuition.
Where should it be cheap subject dot SUID?
The second one. Yeah, thank you. This one. I'm tired, I think. Okay, let's do that. We'll finish this. Let's do this. Okay, so subjects dot SU subjects sub.
The last one below, group by the C should be before.
It should be fine now. Okay, so those are the subjects. Okay, Osaid, you had question? I'm going a little fast because I'm assuming you know how to write subqueries. Yeah, then you kind of learned what I explained here about drive table. That's why I spend time doing this, so I can go a little fast there. Okay, so let's go to task 7. I think one of those were very hard, 7 and 8. I might just not mark them. If you have not done them, it's okay, I think. Show email ID. So select, we assume I'm gonna call my table I email. Total payment for female instructor. How do I get total payment? It's sum of payment. Yeah. What is the payment? The payment is I salary plus I is, do we have I housing? We have hourly rate. This is tricky. Okay, let's do the wrong one. Okay, So let's assume that the total is just the salary. So select I.email from the sum of the salaries for female instructor. So from instructor I, where gender, I don't know why I added this, gender equal F, who are from any country with more than 2 instructors. And what's the condition? The condition is on the country, okay? Should have, that means I country equal to some countries with more than 2 instructors. How do I get this? How do I get countries with more than 2 instructors? We have to write a query, no? It's not a specific answer. So let's write a query for that, which is select, yeah, I country. I need to count how many instructors are there. Count a star from instructor. I have a count and I have a column. I need to do group by that column. So group by I country. Then I say this count should be greater than 2. So I'm just gonna say having this count greater than 2. Let me break this into parts so you can understand it better. So we wrote this only because we could not know this without doing this. Yeah, so this was another query altogether. Yeah, so I just, some countries, so I need to get the country and the count. Then I need to group it by, and then I need to make sure they have more than 2. Yeah, so let's see what is the output of this guy. Yeah, so let's just run that part. So USA is the only one which has, is it? I think UAE had 2, no? It doesn't matter. Anyways, so this guy has to be female and the country has to be equal, or this is a list? No, it could be USA, this. Since it's a list, this should be N. Okay, it should be N, this one. There is something we're missing, I think. Show email address. Yeah, here, this one we're missing. Okay, this is incorrect, but let's just be happy with this for now. Should contain 1 column. Yeah, so let's do a group by. We forgot to do the group by for this one. Here. Because I have an aggregate function and a column name, then I have to do group by the column name. Okay, group by this guy. Now we should get incorrect answer. Correct answer for this, but incorrect answer for should contain 1 column. What happened? I email some group by I email. Yeah, I cannot do this. This should return only 1. Okay, so that was only for testing. So we got this part, but this is wrong because I don't want the total of the salary. I want the total of the payment. Yeah, and the total of the payment has something to do with plus, I should say, H rate multiply by number of teaching hours. How do I get the number of teaching hours? Very, very interesting question. How do I get number of teaching hours? I look here. I look, where can I get it? I can get it from the schedules. No? I can get it from the schedule table because this will tell me 2, 2, 3, 3. So let's do a quick query. Let's find out how many hours each teacher is teaching. Okay? Let's write a basic query. So what I'm interested in is finding out, select I email from schedules, and I want to get, I want to get the total number of hours. So that was S dot duration. What was it? From schedules. Then I have a aggregate function with a column name. That means I need to do group by this. Okay. S duration. I don't know what the column is called. S hours. S hours. Okay. S hours. We get this, no? Now what I need is to multiply first to find the guy whose email is AMD. Yeah, multiply this by the rate. Yeah, how do I do that? So I need to add the other table now, which is instructor. So let's call this S. Let's instructor I. This is S dot. This doesn't matter. S dot group by S dot. All I need to do is say you can use join or you can use where. I'm gonna use both so you can practice. I email equal S dot I email. Okay, then let's add something here, which is iterate. No, I dot iterate. This should actually work without giving me error. I iterate unknown. I iterate. That should, so I need to multiply this by this. So that's easy. Multiply. Okay. Then now I have to add this. Where? This here. No? So I'm just gonna copy what I did here. Yeah. So the group by statement is the same. I'm gonna leave that. I just need to add this part. Okay. Copy. Paste. So from this, we added this, Now we need to add this baby, this guy, to this I salary plus this one. And then it will first multiply and okay, yeah, that was a complicated one, but not a very difficult one. Okay, so this guy got this, that guy got that. Okay, was it difficult? No, because I did it very step by step without confusing myself. I asked every single time, what is this? What is that? I wrote the query for this, then I did a mix and match. Okay. Task 8, show the subject name instructor per subject. I think it's very similar to task 7, but with different tables. Okay, so we need a subject name. So we say select SU name, comma, income per subject. How do I calculate the income per subject? I don't know. Let's see. I have the tuition fees. I know that, which is in the subject table. Yeah, so I need the tuition fees. That tells me how much is the subject. Then here from the schedule table, I know how many people are enrolled. So if there are 10 students enrolled in 115 and each subject is 6,500, you need to multiply the number of students with the tuition fees, right? So this would be subject name. I'm gonna keep it simple for now, okay? So SU tuition multiply by S students, okay? Let's keep it simple. From students, comma, schedules where students dot SU ID equal schedules dot SU ID. Okay, we just want to know how much each subject is making at this point. We don't care about anything else. Students, it's not the students, it's called subjects. Subjects. You guys are fixing me on this and I'm not seeing it, or you guys are sleeping, okay? So this is the tuition fee, but I want the total for each subject. I don't want to see this. I want to see this plus this. So if I want the total of this, I need to put this inside the sum without deleting anything. Sum of this, okay? Since I have an aggregate function and a column name, that column name should go under group by statement, group by this. Now let's see what we get. Okay, let's give this a meaningful name as income. Okay, so this is the income, this is this. But there is a trick. Wait, we're not done. An income per subject for the subject with most number of students. How do I get the subject with most number of students? The same thing we did with the country here. The same thing. It's just different column name, different table name. How do I get the most? So select SU ID. Again, these two questions are the same. Yeah, it's just to practice them. SU, select SU ID from schedules. I will do the count and then remove it. Count star. Group by. We are counting. We're not counting a star. What are we counting? With the most number of students. Actually, we're not counting. We're doing a sum to get the total number of students. No, we want the total number of students for this subject from schedules. Since we have a aggregate function with an ID, we need this. Okay, let's run that, get the output. But I'm not interested in this. I'm interested in the one with the maximum. How do I get the maximum? So I need to write, there are different ways to do this, but let's say as M student, so let's save it into this, okay? And then I would say, you can do it with drive table, but I'm gonna keep it simple. Then I say, how do I get the one with the max? I would say select this, okay? Again, no? Right? Group by this, but there is a condition which is Control X, where, sorry, not where, because I need to have having. having this sum should be equal to select max of MS students. Why did I give you this complicated query? So this is double nested, okay? So let's run it one by one. This one should give me the maximum, okay? You have, okay, let's take this out completely. Select max of this from, I forgot something. This is a drive table. I need to give it a name. Let's just call it X, okay? X, just like that, okay? Select this from yeah, let's just do that for now. So this will give me the max. Sorry, I should have solved this in a slower motion, okay? First, we get all the counts, okay? This is all the counts, sorry. This is all the counts. Then I save the result of this inside X, and I use it as a table because we can do that. You remember here? I can save a result as a table and then reuse it. So from this, I'm getting the maximum. Okay, now this guy should be equal to, I'm so sorry I gave you such a complicated query. Should be equal to that. Now what? Is having equal to, what did we do wrong? Wait, I lost track of what I was doing. I need the outcome from this, where this, group by this, not here, having this. I lost track of which query is the right query. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. As a student, students, holy madre mia, this is students. I'm sure some of you are fixing me. Okay, so that's the answer. Okay, reduce the tuition fees. We're finishing the 3 hours. Reduce the tuition fees by 10%. If you're updating something, we need to do update a statement. Update the tuition fee is in which table? It's in the subject table. So update subjects, set SU tuition equal to, we know how to calculate this, so I'm gonna quickly do that. S tuition multiply by 1.1. You can do it this way as well. Yeah. Set
Reduced, shouldn't it be 0.9?
Reduce it, thank you. Thanks. Somebody's awake. Yeah. So we're deducting the 10%, so it should be multiplied by 0.9. For which ones? Where The tuition fee, I lost my voice, less than, Madre mia, I lost my voice. Tuition fee is less than average tuition fee. How do I get the average tuition fee? Is by writing, I'm doing this intentionally for you to get an error because this is wrong, okay? I want to show you the error. Select AVG S tuition from subjects. Okay, first let's get this running and see what do we get. If I run that as tuition, Madre mia, come on, SU tuition. I'm happy that we've did finish. 4,000. Okay, anything less than 4,000 should get updated. How many less than 4,000 we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of them. Those guys should get updated, right? But if I run this, I will get an error. Oh, why I did not get an error? Select star from. I think for the update, I will not. For the delete, I will. Good to know. Now I know what to do for your lab test. From subjects. Let's see if they got updated. And it's a wrong condition. It should be more than. Ugh, it's okay. You get the idea, okay? Did it get deducted? No, because that error, that thing was weird. Set SQL save update equal 0. Why did it tell me it got updated? If it's greater than this, then deducted. SU. I must get an error. Another SU. Where is it? You guys find all my institutions. Look at this. Okay? What does it say? You cannot specify target table for update in from clause. What does it mean? It means if you're using this table in a subquery, you cannot update or delete anything from it because the system locks the table. Yeah. So this table is locked. I cannot delete or update it because I'm using it here. So what is the workaround? Who knows what is the workaround? I doubt anybody solved this question because nobody wrote me saying I don't know what to do with this query, with this error. You need to save this as a drive table, and this is the only way you could actually make this work. X, Y. Okay, so let's save this as a tuition. Okay, so I select the A tuition, I save it as this from the subject. Now I'm not accessing the subject table anymore. I will access my dummy table, which is XY, and the column is called A tuition. Okay, so this table, you cannot use it in a subquery if you're updating or deleting. The workaround is write your subquery, save it into a dummy table, like what we did here, now use this dummy table. You're not using the actual table anymore. Then you can do this. Then this should not give me error. Should tell me something is updated. Yeah, so got updated. Delete all the business subject from all tables in a single statement. Delete. The business subject means delete it from the schedules and subject. So delete subject, schedule, right? From subject, this, join, schedules, this, on, subject, dot, madre mia, I'm so tired now. Dot, what am I doing? I am deleting SID, SUID, SID, SUID equal to schedule dot SUID. What's happening is when I say delete this and this, yeah, it deletes from both of them. And how can we do that? By using join, okay? On this, there is a condition, we don't want to delete everything, where the subject is business. What do I mean by that? Where s subject dot su cat equal, is that what I mean? Business, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, 5 rows affected. Yeah, so it got them all deleted because let's see how many business subjects we had. Now I deleted, so I cannot confirm. I should have checked earlier. 1, 2, so this one, Mark 101 and Mark 303 should be deleted, no? Because the category is business. So let's come here. Mark 101 is 2, Mark 33. So 1, 2, 3. 3 rows got deleted from here. Then 2 rows got deleted from here. So that is basically 5 rows got deleted. Yay, we did it. We did it. Okay. That's it. Okay. Thanks for those who stayed. Let me stop recording.